Good morning, Sagittarius, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do for you is to go on and just give you a romantic specific reading. I'm also going to be covering a few other additional areas with things that I'm kind of, feeling that you might want to hear. And if this reading resonates with you guys, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this reading is valid until the end of this month. And I'm going to be using my Zombie Tarot deck today as illustrated and already shuffled as we see here. In addition to using a few other additional cards to just give you more part and advice into your situation. So basically the focus on this reading is how your ex really feels about you, okay? So let's go on and just make a few general observations and then we're going to begin here, okay? You have a predominance here, what I'm seeing here, of, hazards to one's energy here. So this tells me that your situation is being dealt with in a practical manner, which might involve, finances or other economic matters, Although you're going to be very ambitious, you might see your situations as a bit of a challenge, as an adventure. More than likely, you're going to meet new friends that I'm kind of seeing here. I'm also feeling, too, that, just looking here, you have no court cards there in your reading, so perhaps an injection of leadership is also required. And whatever decision you decide to make as it relates to your ex is one solely up to you, okay? And I feel that it looks like, too, that because you have no cups in this reading, some of you might even be more emotionally connected to your ex, who might not be as emotionally connected to you at the moment, because potentially this might well be a one-sided type romance, or perhaps relationship is not as your current focus at this time. It could be the farthest thing or furthest thing, really that I'm kind of seeing too, or picking up from your mind. Okay, let's look at a few combinations here. You have 3 aces in this reading. And so this shows a situation is certainly about to begin that has great potential for success for you guys. It shows passing troubles, good news, and even a fortunate event may even turn out to turn to be in your favor in some sense. And it shows that you have a lot of great enthusiasm to kind of make things happen. But because what I'm seeing here, this Ace of Cups, is kind of missing, the changes I see, it doesn't appear to have anything to do with love or domestic affairs, I feel that 3 or more people might be important elements, or they may come into view. Okay, let's also look at your predominance of numbers there. Okay, you have a predominance of low cards, so this would tell me, or it's telling me that the changes that you're going to experience are not going to be ones that are, noteworthy. You aren't ready yet for, it looks like, major decisions and changes, as I feel that you are in the early or starting stages, I feel, of, a situation here that I'm getting. Okay, let's look at your numerical theme here. Your quintessence results in a number of 6, and that equates to the Lover's card, ladies and gentlemen. And this shows a chance or a decision it need to be made. A choice or a decision needs to be made. And you might want to do this from the bottom of your heart, but it has to be on your own free will, And this card shows that perhaps you contemplating making a very important decision. So this card is kind of really, or this number actually is kind of urging you to kind of think carefully really before you leap, and evaluate, all potential challenges before really deciding, and you might even consider talking to a good friend if needed, okay? However, I still feel that you're going to still feel a bit trapped, and you might need to inject more personal security into your situation. Because this number might even be advising you that it's kind of okay to kind of go, back to or reunite with your ex in a sense. Or it might even urge you, ladies and gentlemen, to try to kind of open yourself up a bit more, Additionally, you might even have to make a decision between your ex and perhaps another. And you might even have imagined that there is, in fact, a third person in your situation with the ex, and it's probably due to your inability to kind of commit. Because I feel that some of you might be hoping for someone else better, and this card kind of offers you options, namely perhaps to give up the dream to kind of meet someone better and kind of love and cherish, ladies and gentlemen, the one you're with. So there's some type of inherent risks involved in your situation. Okay, let's go on and look at a few other combos here just to glean more information here. You have this Two of Wands that's here in your reading, and you have that Strength card. So usually when I see that combination, it kind of refer to London, Glasgow or Edinburgh. So of course it's not for all of you guys, but I am picking up that geography type location there. Okay, and I'm also seeing too with the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Hazards there. If I were to connect that to the Strength card, it shows that either you or your ex is kind of putting on weight, I feel. And I'm also seeing too that there's a strong potential for a marriage proposal or a strengthened commitment, because you have this Ace of Hazards, which could readily suggest with this symbolism a ring, right? And then you have you have the Three of Hazards there, and that of course shows a new beginning. Okay, and you have this type of energy here with the Ten of Wands there that shows that sometimes you might be easily overwhelmed, in a sense I'm kind of getting. Okay. Also, I'm seeing a new job that seems to be coming up for you guys. You have this, you have that Ace of Wands there, and that means that, some type of new beginning in a job or something. And with this Two of Wands here, it shows some type of offer that's going to be coming your way. And potentially, guys, with this Three of Hazards there, it can kind of represent, some type of an internship or something that might be coming your way. And it shows a lot of victory that's ahead when you're having that Ace of Swords there. Okay, so it certainly shows a lot of good, potential that's kind of coming up. And it also shows too that for some of you, an interview is going to go well. For those of you who are kind of, getting an interview, and I'm kind of feeling that, it shows that a lot of you are choosing a new career. And some of you might even get involved in personal training or physical therapies or an internship in management or some type of spiritual type work, or even communication or mediator or factory worker, or working in the trust industry or warehousing or a laborer, of some sort. So those are some of the things that I'm getting. And in fact, your finances are in fact going to improve, and perhaps after financial loss, I'm feeling, that that you're going to kind of see coming towards you. Okay. Also, I'm seeing here that it looks like a major conjunction appears in your reading as the Strength card. As you see here, it falls right before this Three of Hazards. Okay. So this certainly says a major event connected with the Strength card has in fact already happened for you. Perhaps you've been kind of feeling a bit challenged and not really ready to make a decision about a commitment, and might be too kind of caught up on past, hurtful matters that you should consider letting go. So since you have the Three of Pentacles here, or Three of Hazards, this conjunction kind of suggests that during the next, I feel, 3 months or so, you're going to be kind of getting yourself ready to receive some type of an award or recognition. And success is certainly highly possible, but you still need to kind of persevere and really further develop your abilities that I'm kind of getting here. So let's get on and get started here with the bottom card with that Four of Hazards there. So this card represents an earth sign, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, and it's all about really hanging tightly to what one has. Security, but your fear of loss, you're still fearing loss, and there might even be obstacles getting in your way to success connecting with an ex. Perhaps there are financial obstacles, or even your ex might even live some distance from you. So, guys, in any event, your ex kind of feels that you're a bit stingy or materialistic or even greedy, or you kind of play everything safely. Even in romantic situation, he feels that you are kind of or you tend to kind of, or have the proclivity to play mind games, okay? And he or she doesn't appear to be sure whether you even enjoy sex due to your pessimistic view of situations, okay? That I'm kind of getting there. Let's look at your next card here. We have that ace. We have this ace of hazards there. So this card refers to an earth sign, and it's Taurus, Virgo, and the Cancer. I'm sorry, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And this card is all about, fruitful beginnings, or, enjoyment, or even comfort. So your ex kind of sees you as being somewhat successful and really a very hard worker. And he or she sees you as an individual with whom he or she can possibly build a secure future. He or she seems to be longing to kind of bring new energy into your union, and kind of feels you want to strengthen the connection as well, and feels that you are, in fact, open for a serious discussion, okay? So looking at your next card here, we have that Seven of Hazards, and this card represents also an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And it's all about, really patience, diligence, hard work, and really just sitting around waiting for results, or waiting for things to kind of happen. So your ex kind of sees you as someone making plans for the future, perhaps as someone very patient, and someone who even takes a bit too long to kind of approach a person, or him or her. Your ex kind of feels that you don't want to kind of make a rash decision and rush into anything, okay? Because it seems that in the past, I'm kind of getting here that gifts and things of that nature were exchanged a lot, and you guys really had a good time together, but each of you enjoyed one another, but your ex kind of feels that you are possibly afraid, ladies and gentlemen, and maybe potentially frustrated due to past failures. And you're kind of weary and tired, and even restless, okay? And let's look at your next card here. We have that Two of Wands there. And this card refers to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And it's definitely all about, once again, waiting, or even waiting for a reply, or transitions and new possibilities. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, your ex might even feel you are somewhat waiting on an answer from him or her, or it could go vice versa, but it seems to be kind of taking long for you or the ex to kind of make up your mind. Maybe the relationship doesn't incite much passion as it once did, perhaps, and that might be the reason why you're taking so much time. I feel that your ex feels that you are unsure as to whether to kind of reconnect or not, okay? Let's go on and look at the challenge, or the challenges that might be associated with your getting back together. Okay, we have that Strength card there, and this card connects us with Leo the Lion, basically, and even fire signs in general, Aries as well as Sagittarius. So this card is all about courage, strength, and protection. So this card might even make you feel a bit overwhelmed and urges you to really get a grip of your own demons. And for some of you, drugs or alcohol might be an issue with this connection. It's all of this, Jekyll and Hyde type personalities that I'm kind of getting here. And it might also be difficult for you to kind of move on, as you are still too attached to the past. So I feel that an exciting twist certainly is to be expected, however, when you're seeing this card, So with everything that we deal with in life, there are certain things that are really not as important than others. Let's examine what's not important in this situation that you have. We have that Three of Hazards, and once again that connects with an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and it's all about talent, sincere effort, and really diligence. So now certainly is not the time to kind of search for a deeper meaning beyond what you've already seen as to why you're in the situation that you're in, and what it is, or even kind of put yourself to a kind of test or challenge in any event, okay? So now let's examine then what is important, okay? We have this Ten of Wands there. So that card represents, once again, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this card is all about burdens or obstacles, determination, and even hard work. So this card asks you to kind of continue on and perhaps allow yourself sometime, really to kind of heal and grow from this situation I'm feeling. Okay? Now let's look at what appears to be hidden in your situation that you may not be aware of. We have that Ace of Wands. Once again, this represents a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and it also gives us a possible time frame, September, October, November, more in the autumn type time frame. So this card is all about, fresh starts and new avenues. And it says that you're going to certainly reconnect with your ex, and it could in fact be during this time frame, and it will be a happy encounter with problems that appear to be falling by the wayside. And some of you might even discuss the possibility of even marriage, or even maybe kind of moving in with one another. But in order for this to happen, ladies and gentlemen, you might need to kind of make the first move instead of aimlessly waiting, for someone else or your ex to do something first. So let's look at your likely outcome. We have that Ace of Swords there, and this card denotes an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And it's all about clarity, courage, and really right time, and certainly radical changes, So you're going to definitely overcome all, obstacles, as the situation that you currently find yourself in is only temporary. I feel that you're going to definitely receive a call, and tension will lessen in its severity, and you're going to get what you want after all, and have clarity of mind. I'm kind of feeling here with that card. So last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to go on and add an additional dimension to your reading here, and I selected 2 cards from John Holland's deck, and the card here is, daydreams and decisions. And so one of the things, just as in fact this card actually appeared in the last reading that I did, but it's kind of, this card is all about options and, imagination. So it's really just telling you that although there is a certain amount of confusion, that and uncertainty that's kind of surrounding you right now in your relationship, is asking you to kind of use your imagination to make concerted changes or needed changes that's necessary to really move your relationship forward. And also, additionally, and last but not least, I decided to select another card, and the Sacred Chakra. And for those of you who do not know, the Sacred Chakra is, the chakra that's really located 2 fingers below, ladies and gentlemen, your navel. And this chakra kind of relates to emotions and creativity and even sexuality. So this card is asking you to try to activate this chakra and visualize a glowing orange ball of energy that's kind of surrounding your belly area, and kind of feel the joy of this, because by doing so and calling upon this energy, it really improves your relationships. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading offered food for thought. Please give it a big thumbs up if it has offered food for thought for you, as well as subscribe. If you're interested in a more personalized reading, you can contact me at WAT61073 @gmail.com. Do enjoy your day. Thanks a lot.